Vector Prime, guardian of space and time. I wondered when we would meet, or rather, when we always had.
Professor Paradox, you move through the time stream as though it were a hallway. Yet even a hallway has doors that should remain closed.
Quite right, though one occasionally finds a fire behind one.
That is the burden. When does wisdom demand action, and when does action become arrogance?
Gwendolyn once tried to spare Kevin by changing one painful moment, a compassionate impulse. The result was a world far worse than the one she tried to repair.
Mercy without vision can become ruin.
And vision without mercy becomes cowardice in a scholar's coat.
I did not leave the void outside time because I wished to interfere. I returned because the black hole threatened Cybertron and the universe. The cyber planet keys were not trophies. They were a path by which countless sparks might continue to burn.
A universal extinction event does clarify the ethics.
Yet even then, I did not fight every battle. Optimus had to choose. The worlds themselves had to choose unity over destruction.
That is the trick. Time travelers are mistaken for authors. We are not. At our best, we are editors. Remove one fatal mistake perhaps. Add a margin note. Never seize the pen.
But if one sees disaster coming, silence can be its own intervention.
Precisely why I brought Benjamin and his friends to the Forge of Creation. Agrigor was no small ripple. He was a stone dropped above every possible future. Sometimes the right time to intervene is when all roads are about to end.
And sometimes it is when one life must be surrendered so others may pass through the gate.
Your sacrifice.
I opened the way home, knowing I would not follow. It was not a correction of time, it was an offering to it.
Beautifully put. Terribly inefficient, but beautiful.
You joke to conceal grief.
Constantly. It gives grief something to do.
Intervention is not changing what we dislike. It is preserving what must remain possible.
Possibility, not happiness, not victory. Guarantee outcomes, and we strangle growth. Ben became who he was because no one saved him from every hard lesson.
Optimus was the same. Leadership cannot be delivered from the future. It must be forged in uncertainty.
So, a rule? Intervene too early and you rob people of becoming. Intervene too late and you bury them with your restraint.
The right time is when choice itself is about to be destroyed.
When the board is burning, not merely when one dislikes the move.
When intervention restores agency rather than replacing it.
When the future is not asking to be made perfect, only kept open.
And the one who intervenes must be prepared to pay the cost personally.
The test no chrono navigator or cyber key can bypass.
If the price is paid by others alone, it is not guardianship, it is dominion.
Then perhaps the question is not, can I change this, but what am I willing to lose so others may still choose?
A grave lesson.
The best ones usually are, but not hopeless. Time is full of stubborn little lights, boys with impossible watches, prime leaders who refuse despair, friends who return from mistakes wiser than before.
Then we agree.
Intervene rarely, intervene humbly, intervene when the future is chained.
And when the hour comes,
Step forward, not as master of time,
but as its servant.